Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your mid-June reading, June 15th through the 30th. Apologies for being late. I've just been super exhausted, super swamped. And so here we are, June 15th through the 30th. Remember, this is a general reading, general and love life reading. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Never force the message to apply. Remember to give it a thumbs up. The sign with the most views and most likes will get an extended love reading the following month. Also, if you're new to me, welcome. I hope you stick around. I hope you subscribe. And when you do, be sure to double tap that bell so you get notified of my recent uploads as soon as they come out. So I do have love energy readings for you guys for the entire summer. I'm working on July readings, and then right after that, you'll have your summer outlook for your love life for singles and couples. Okay, so I hope you guys stick around. Hope this resonates with you, and let's get to it. It's just a really quick mid-month check-in. Leo, sun, moon, and rising signs. June 15th through the 30th. Nice. Romance. What you got going on, Leo? Romance, huh? You have a romance of a lifetime. You have a romance coming in. Maybe your focus for the month of, for the rest of this month is about your romantic life, your partnership. Looks like this is just going to be one big romance reading. Clarifying deck. This is my new deck. I absolutely love it. It is the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot deck. I just love the colors of this. This is my newest deck. I'm totally in love with it. So here we go. Romance. Leo, sun, moon, rising sign. Romance for June 15th through the 30th. Let's clarify the romance card. What is the main focal point when it comes to romance? Oh, okay. Not what I was expecting, but let's keep going. Never mind my broken nail. I swear, I tell you guys all the time, always have a broken nail. No matter what, one breaks. I always feel a little off when they're not. When they're not 100%. Anyway, let's get going. Forget my nails. Romance with the Devil card. This is a toxic. Okay. Moving on from the toxic ties. Yes. I love it. I love the energy. Don't be scared by the Devil card. Okay. Don't. Oh. Best. The best. Okay. You guys don't be worried about that Devil card because all of these are wonderful. So some of you may have been coming out of a toxic relationship. You felt tied and bound. You know, there were codependencies, there were addictions, drinking, drugs, sex, you name it, gambling. Whether or not that was part of your romantic life, because for some of you, I have to let you guys know, the Devil card doesn't always mean, you know, that these codependency issues or these addictions are prominent in your relationship, okay? It doesn't mean your partner's an addict. For some of you, yes, that's the problem, that's the situation. For others of you, it's controlling, possessive, you know, wanting to always be the one in control of every facet of your relationship, of your life. You know that that is a toxic partner. You know that it's unhealthy for someone to be that controlling of every single outcome, of every single step of your life, down to what you are wearing. And Leos ain't having it. So Leo, if this was you, because, you know, you wanted things done a certain way, know that that is not always going to work in your favor, honey bun, right? So you could have also been dealing with someone, maybe whether or not they had addictions, they could have been dealing with someone with addictions, like an addictive child or parent, someone that just basically was like codependent on them. And so it took a toll on your relationship. So at some point you said, whether this is you dealing with the Devil energy or your partner was, at some point you were like, this is emotionally draining. This is mentally draining. And when you have emotional and mental drainage like this, like dealing with a narcissist, like dealing with an emotional manipulator, like dealing with a drug addict, an alcoholic, whatever it may be, doesn't mean they're all of the above, although I do feel that someone here is dealing with someone that's like that, all of the above. At some point, you want to break free. You want to break free of those shackles. And that's been sort of a prominent energy in your romantic life. to the point where you're ready to cut your losses. You're like, that's it. This isn't for my highest good. I need to feel more balanced. I need to feel healed. I need to see the light at the end of the tunnel, because at this point, all I see is darkness in my present and future with this partner. And because of that, you may have taken on the energies of the Nine of Pentacles, which is like the Virgo card, you know, straight up single, abundant, living her best life, just like getting my shit together. Are you coming or not? Because I feel that there are some Leos here that are at that point of like, you're sick and tired of their bullshit. You're sick and tired of their excuses. And you're like, hey, I'm moving forward with my life. I'm building an empire. I'm buying a house. I'm, doing whatever it takes to live my best life. I'm traveling. I'm, shopping, spending, whatever the hell makes you happy, baby girl, right? Because if it's something like that and you're like, this person is just dragging me down, or they're holding me back, or they're jealous that you can make this life happen and they can't make it for you. It's their insecurities that try to cause like that self-sabotage mentality in you. They want to break you down to their level because they see that you're flying high. How am I doing there, Leo? So yeah. It's one of those where you're going to keep walking, keep moving forward. And it's like you may be in this relationship. You may still be holding on to that. And it's more like it's gotten to a point where the tables have turned, and it's more like they're holding on to you because you're feeling more empowered. That's the energy I'm feeling, where you're just going to keep moving forward. And it's like the faster and the more stronger that you're feeling as you walk away, as you continue to move forward. Because I don't get the sense you're walking away. Okay, let me clarify that. You know when two people are walking together? Just picture it. Two people walking together. No holding hands, no arm next to each other. You guys are just walking together. And then one person starts picking up the pace and starts walking a little faster. And you get to, whatever it is, you take a look back and you're like, whoa, where are you going? What are you doing? And they're kind of like, they hang back a little bit. And you can stop and wait around for them. Or you can keep on moving. And at some point, the distance becomes greater. And I feel like that is where you're at right now. It's like, listen, I'm getting my shit together. Are you coming or going? Make up your mind. I got things to do, places to see, empires to build. Places to travel, whatever it is that you got going on, Leo, keep moving forward. So you don't mind taking a break from this situation either. That's how empowered you are feeling. Where you're like, you may have, broken me down for quite some time, but I know my worth now. I see it. So clarify the Devil card. With the Judgment, that's 2 majors. Oh, wow. 3 majors with the Hanged Man. Okay, so in your romantic life, at some point, you were with someone, you are with someone. This is someone that, whether it's now or in the past, you've definitely felt tied and bound. But I feel that as you started healing, as you started moving forward in your own sense of self-worth, with your own plans, you've really taken the time to realize and to think about, there's been a lot of disappointments in this relationship. There's been a lot of empty promises. Am I in the right relationship? Where do I go from here? They start seeing that distance as you empower yourself moving forward. And I'm getting the feeling that you have taken some time to yourself to really think about whether you've even had to tell them, hey, you know what, I need a break from this. I feel like you haven't. I feel like you just, started texting less, started calling less, started just spending time with yourself. To really think about whether or not this is something that can be resurrected, into the relationship that you truly want, or the partnership. And so that's where these two go hand in hand, right? With the 4 of Swords and the Hanged Man. Taking a break, releasing yourself, rejuvenating yourself. And as you start to cut away from those karmic ties, those toxic cords, and you start getting your sanity back and you start feeling more at ease, more at peace, and then you realize, what has changed? Why do I feel so much better now? Because you start realizing that you're talking less to this person, you're spending less time with them, you're less involved in whatever the hell drama is going on in their life, vice versa, whether this is a friendship, family member, or romantic relationship. That was important for someone. Okay? So, you have to make that judgment call. Is it time to cut this person out of your life once and for all? Is it time to put your foot down and say, look, this shit's not working until we get, this resolved or that taken care of, or whatever it may be. But it's very much about healing your toxic, your toxic ties, that karmic relationship, past life relationship that feels so undeniably toxic. It's like you feel so connected to each other, but it's where at first you may have felt very positively connected. You're starting to second guess whether or not this person is for you, and whether or not someone that you can possibly feel so connected to could be so wrong for you. And yeah, that can happen. That can happen. So your focus now is going to be, am I where I want to be? Is this the person that I see myself with? And you think back to how you've been treated, to what you've been going through, how much it has changed you at some point where you never ever felt as though you felt bad about yourself, low self-worth, but for whatever reason, this relationship brought this out. So take the lessons from it, dive deep into why the heck this person even had that kind of power, and how you're going to take your power back. All right, Leo, that's your message, June 15th through the 30th. Let's move on to your love life, even though that was kind of a love reading, right? Let me clear this deck real quick. I'll get to that. Let me move this. All right, romance angels. Love life, singles and couples. I'm going to do it combined because this is just a short energy check-in. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign. Overall message, June 15th through the 30th, 2019. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign. See? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Love yourself first. I know I don't need to tell Leo that, but some of you have, been through the ringer. Some of you have been through some shit. Some of you, at one point or another, gave more than you should have to empty promises, a relationship that wasn't for your highest good, simply because you went off whatever connection you were feeling at that time. And as you felt connected, you start wondering, is this a karmic past life relationship? Remember, they may feel like a soulmate. They may feel, yeah, you don't want to deal with that asshole. They may feel like a strong sense of, yes, baby. All right. They may feel like this strongly connected sense of self. I feel that so many of you were already in a good place and this person just came and fucked things up. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody. It's like they came, they conquered, like they picked at, the little things that you never even thought of were an issue in your life. So you know what? You love yourself first. And you say, thank you for the lessons. I deserve to be loved. I deserve to be happy, joyous, live a life of peace and joy and harmony. And that's all I have to say about that. So goodbye. See you later. So yeah, either you are in a connection or a relationship with someone that can be a bit of an asshole, right? Makes you want to walk away, find your own stability and balance, go to a quiet place and just nurture yourself back to life. Clear your mind of whatever it's been weighing on you, that's been bogging you down. You feel like this, like you were on the right track at one point, but this person just completely and totally held you back. But there you are again. That's the card that came out before. But you have to ask yourself, how could this person have had that kind of, you know, influence on my life, because I feel that you never really thought that that was something that could have possibly happened to you. Someone who can break down your self-esteem, your confidence, started planting in these, you know, negative ideas of self-worth, low self-worth, and you're just, you know, after spending time with them, it's like you don't recognize yourself anymore, and you're just like, where do I go from here? How did I let this happen? Well, honey, you love yourself first. And you guys know, if you're my regulars, right? If you're new to me, welcome. If you're my regulars, you guys know I preach self-love, self-care, 100%. If you don't know how to love yourself, how to take care of yourself, what is good for you, what is bad for you, what is right for you, and what is wrong for you, then you will just jump at the first offer that comes towards you. You're just going to be like, this guy paid attention to me for 5 minutes, or this girl just can't keep her eyes off of me, or her hands, whatever you guys are into. But, you know, don't fall for the simple pleasures of life if you want something long term. If you're not thinking about something long term, know that these, you know, temporary connections is what I'll call them. Know that these temporary connections will more than likely poke holes through who you are, your personality, what you stand for, because ultimately, whether you realize it or not, you're learning, you're breaking away, you're healing, you're being a better version of you, who in turn is going to want something better, something bigger, something stronger, and something more meaningful. If you have low self-worth, if you allow people to disrespect you, and people see that, and you're walking around with that energy of past relationships where they put you down, where they disrespected you, know that when you carry those energies with you from one relationship to the next, that's the pattern that you are building on from one relationship to the next. So don't put that on someone else to help clear it away. You got to put that on yourself. Love yourself first. Know when to walk away. Know that you are not deserving of that type of shitty behavior. Unless you're being shitty to them, you know, I ain't going to say nothing, no judgment. But with the Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles, you know, it's about rediscovering your self-worth. With that Three of Pentacles there, I feel as though some of you may be looking into like healing workshops, self-improvement, emotional intelligence, breaking free from stigmas, you know, Reiki healing, energy healing. Some of you may be looking into, you know, something as simple as yoga to help realign yourself, reconnect with yourself. But I do feel that some of you may seek out assistance of, you know, learning new ways of coping and releasing, and knowing what to cut away so that you don't continue taking it with you. It's self-improvement, you know, empowerment. You know, there's like those women, you know, empowerment courses, or, you know, places that people that do things like, you know, like Tony Robbins and, you know, those type of workshops. I can see that some of you are going to be looking into doing something like that, because at some point you're like, I'm not happy, and this isn't what I want to do with my life. This is how I want my life to be. I deserve better, and I need to feel a sense of being back in control of my life, of my outcome. And how can I do that? How can I break free from what blocks me? So I do see a lot of you maybe, you know, dabbling into something like that, because at some point you just realize this weight, the burden is far too much for you. You want emotional contentment, joy, happiness, and eventually some of you that are maybe young and single that aren't really thinking of family life, but you know that that's for you down the road. And what you do now and how you take care of yourself now is what you will have to build upon and create upon when you get to your 10 of Cups. Others of you, you're trying to manifest your 10 of Cups right now. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a family. It can be, emotional contentment, joy, happy times, just being in absolute bliss and feeling abundance of joy and happiness. Some of you were already there and you need to feel that again. So more power to you, Leo. Have a wonderful month. Remember to hit the like button, like, share, comment, and subscribe. I have a few openings left for personal readings because I'm only going to open my calendar up for a few weeks. And yeah, if you are subscribed to me, make sure that you are subscribed with notifications because I've got your July readings coming and your summer love energy readings. Okay, have a wonderful rest of the month. I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.